Hi everybody, quarantine day 15. Like you're hanging in there, staying positive and see what happens, what tomorrow brings. Anyway, as promised, I've had a very special friend of mine, Anna. She's been reminding me. She said at the end of every video you've been saying, and tomorrow we'll be doing some pasta. I just never got round to it. Unintentional, obviously. Pasta is really, really important, guys. Like I really encourage my kids to buy flour in this mad rush, and obviously this isolation, because there's so much you can do. We should just do everything flour. There's so much you can do with flour. Anyway, today we're going to do pasta. I've already pre-made some because I don't want the video to be really long, you know. So I'm going to show you how much I've used for this particular mixture. So I've used 2 cups of I've used plain flour because here we don't have a selection of flours, but it's all-purpose flour that you need. But it doesn't matter. You can use semolina. If you go online, you can find a variety of flours. Obviously, in London, you're spot for choice, and some other parts of the world. But here, we're not really. Yeah. So 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, guys, just use oil. Like, you know, we're at that stage in life where, you know, we can't be too picky. It depends on what you've got in your house. And water. That's all I've used. I've not used egg. I've not used anything special. And a bit of salt, tiny bit of salt. Not a lover of too much salt either. I like a stock. I like to boil my pasta with a tiny bit of vegetable stock that I use. But everyone's different. It's entirely up to you how you want to flavour it, but it does need a little bit of salt. And then you mix your dough, okay? Okay, so this is what you want to have at the end of it. Now, you know when your dough's ready is when you push your finger in it and it bounces back. Hold on. And it will bounce back. It's not quite bouncing back, but anyway, it's because I left it for a little while. Anyway, you knead it out. Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared don't feel intimidated by flour. A lot of people do. They're like, oh my God, pasta. If it goes wrong, you just do it again. You know what I mean? Anyway, there you go. It's just supposed to bounce back, okay? I've been working on it for a little while, so it's been sitting there. Look, it's bounced back now. I'm not an expert, all right? I've self-taught everything that I know, all right? Now, the key thing is when you're rolling out your pasta, the idea is that it's quite transparent, that you can see through it. So roll it as thin as you can. Like I said, you don't have to be expert at doing this, alright guys? Like, I'm not an expert for sure. Some of my aunties are. My mum definitely is, 100%. She can roll pasta, boy, my mum, trust me. Yeah. So could my nan or my great aunties. Some of my aunties over here, not so good. Oyaba, she's asked me to do this in Turkish as well, which I will do for her. So rolling pin, I don't know what we call a glava, it's really long and you need a bigger table for it. Anyway, rolling pin, simple as that, tiny bit of flour and just roll it out. Now don't worry about the size of it, okay, the shape of it is voila. Okay, I'm going to show you different types of pastas that I've made already. So if you do cut it into squares, which I'm going to show you in a minute, any side bits, any offcuts, there's another little thing that I've made. Alright, so these are little bow pastas, really simple. Okay, and these are what I do with the little leftovers. Okay, I just roll them up. Alright, so we've got our lovely little bows. Now the key to making this pasta, the most important thing, I mean that's a little bit thick, but is to roll it as thin as you can. Alright, because when you boil it, you don't want it to be gluey. Alright, and I've also made some string sort of pasta. Alright, now that is really nice. I like eating that. Now I've done a little bit because I like to eat that fresh, but you can dry it as well. So while you do this, you can also, your meal for the evening can be a bit of fresh pasta, which I'm going to cook and I'll show you later on. Alright, so now I'm going to cut this into some strips and then I'll show you how I make the tiny little the variation of pastas. Like I said, guys, I'm not an expert. YouTube, there are lots of people who know how to make pasta a lot better than me. This is just a life skill I've developed because it's just a case of having to. And I also put different things in here, like you can put turmeric, you can mix so much stuff into your pasta, make it taste awesome and more nutritional. for example, like you can use the water from spinach. You can boil spinach and use the water from your spinach water, which is really healthy, to mix your pasta up instead of just normal water. So there's a lot of different things that we can do. Like, see these little things here? Like, this is going to be added to my stringy pasta, which I'm going to boil a bit later. Alright, and the same as this one here. I'm going to show you in a minute what I've done. So I'm just kind of cutting it into a square and taking all these little excess bits off, which I'll boil later on. I'm really excited about. I'm going to cut it into some squares. Bear with me a minute. Something I really wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to talk about time capsules. Doing a time capsule. I think this day and age right now where we are, we're all at home, I think is a really good way to put together something as a family unit, or wherever you are in the world, if you're on your own, if you're with your family, to mark this time. Now you can put anything, you can put photos in it. My daughter said to me, I'm going to put my phone in it. But I think it's really important to mark what we're going through, what we have around us, you know, to represent what we're going through. Maybe a mask, clean one, because don't want to pass the virus on. That sort of stuff. It's a fun thing you can do with your family, but it's something that I did with my kids years ago, and I always wonder if someone ever found the time capsules that we ever did, you know. I was really inspired by an artist called Kurt Schwitters when I went to college, which was quite later on in life, and they were based in World War II as artists, I think. Yeah, World War II. Anyway, regardless, they were in war times, and basically this guy, he made his art through what he found around him. And that's another vlog I'm going to do, because I haven't been creative yet, and I'm really itching for it, because I've just been focused on food. I've been creative food wise, but I'm really itching to you know, really get creative, and I want to show how we can make stuff with the stuff that we have in our house. So maybe you can do a piece of art collectively with the stuff that you're surrounded with, and put that into a time capsule. There's something to think about in it. Anyway, okay, so this is what we have. Okay, all right, these are little squares I've cut, and the little side bits that you see, the extra bits, is what I make the little swirly bits with. So it's really simple. I just do that, and then I just roll it in my hand like that. That's what you get. My videos are really rubbish. Alright, so I'll show you another one. Okay, so just fold the end like that, and then just roll it in your hand, just like that. God, my videoing is so bad. Okay, alright. And the bow, super easy to make. Alright, you just pinch the centerpiece like that, and you have a bow. So I'm going to do them. These have come out really thin, actually, thinner than my other ones, actually. Hold on a minute, let me just separate them so I can demonstrate the bows. And this is really good to do with your kids, guys, yeah, because they can be fun, they can be so creative, they can do whatever they want to do with the pasta, you know, and then, you know, you can boil it later on. Okay, so hopefully you can see. So just pinch the middle. They don't have to be perfect, because this is rustic, isn't it? It's homemade stuff, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, pinch the middle. Some of them are a bit uneven, but don't matter to me, to be honest. They all cook nice, so there you go. Okay, so, and then what I'll do is I'll put these ones out to dry. Then once they're dry, I can just put them in a sealed airtight container. You can stuff as well, you can do these stuffed. The Cypriots do a lot of that. A lot of people all around the world do that, but yeah, you can do stuffed pasta. So for example, my mum will kill me for this, but she'll go, oh, you don't know how to do it properly. No. So you could have two pieces like this, yeah. Could make a stuffing to go inside, which can be anything. You can put cheese in it, you can put a little stir fry vegetable that you make, onions, garlic, ginger, onions, garlic, ginger, and then you just you can just cover it up and then press the sides in. It's just a very bad example of making stuffed pasta, but anyway, we can do that another time. But like I said, yeah, the internet is a gold mine. You know, there's so much you can learn from the internet. So anyway, guys, I'm going to continue doing that. I don't want my video to be long. It's like 10 minutes. I don't want you to be bored. And then I'm going to cook up my pasta. I've got another one to open up. This one here. I'm going to make some more long pasta, and I'll be doing a little cook up with it. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you got it. I hope it wasn't too fast. Like I said, 2 cups of flour. I use plain flour, all right, for all-purpose flour. Okay, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'll just add the water as I go along until you've got a really nice dough like this. All right, like I said, a pinch of salt or some salt, depends on what you like. It's not good for you, by the way. And that's it until you get your dough nicely formed. Roll it out really thin, as thin as you can. Just take your time, because it does bounce back a bit. You can use semolina as well. Semolina is a really good way of making pasta, which I don't have at the moment, but it opens up really nicely. It's softer to work with. This kind of springs back a bit, so it's a bit of hard work kind of rolling it out. And then once you've done that, make your shapes. Like I said, it's a really good activity for your kids. And then enjoy. You can dry it or eat it fresh. It's entirely up to you. Keeping you updated from North Cyprus, sending you lots and lots of love. Have a fantastic weekend. I know we're stuck indoors, but let's try and make the most of it, okay? Sending you lots of love, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I want to see some outcomes, please. Sending you lots of love.